Hello there, people. I know this video is kind of late, but I'm starting a new series. I'm gonna try to do this every Wednesday. It's gonna be called Trey's Rants. I might change the name if I come up with something better. Right now, it's just Trey's Rants, where I rant on 3 different subjects, or 4, sometimes it'll be 4. Really, 3 or 4 subjects, and sometimes it'll be wrestling related. It's not like, or sometimes it'll be wrestling. It's various things that piss me off. In today's episode, the inaugural episode, I like to call it, I'm going to be talking about why are we living in such an outrage culture, why people look first thing like racism and sexism when it isn't there, and then finally, why does Marvel and DC have to compete? I'll just get to that one first. And what I mean is, I'm a Marvel and a DC fan. I love both companies. I've always loved superheroes, but I'm gonna be honest. I do prefer DC, but I love Marvel. I love both companies, but I prefer DC because I think I got into DC first, so. But that's not the important thing. It's just, I love both companies, but it seems like Marvel and DC fanboys just go at it. They always want to argue which one is better. Who cares which one's better? Why can't we like both? Why is it that people feel like, oh, you can only like one or the other? It's the same thing with the Xbox versus PlayStation, Apple versus Mac. Like, why can't you like both? I mean, Apple versus Mac, Apple versus Microsoft. Like, these kind of fights have always been happening, but I feel like Marvel versus DC is one of the big ones. I don't understand why it's a fight. Why can't we like both companies? I love both companies. I don't get why we need to go at it. Why can't you just coexist? Though I do agree. I don't like when either side always talk like, I do agree, though. I feel like DC gets shit on a lot, too. I don't feel like it's fair. Because it seems like when DC does do a movie, like when they're working on their movie universe, it seems like they're getting shitted on, and I don't like that. But it's okay if Marvel does it. Like anything Marvel, it's always a great. I'm not shitting on Marvel. I'm just saying I don't like that. It seems like when DC, they're actually trying to do their universe. Maybe it has to take them a little bit longer, but okay, why do we need to argue and bicker? Can't we just enjoy comic book movies? Or comic books in general? Just coexist. I don't get why this is like a war. Secondly, my second point, outrage culture. I made this up. I'm going to make this up, but I feel like this is a thing. It seems like every little thing now, everyone gets outraged over. Well, let's look at, this was I don't know if it was a month ago or it was a few weeks ago, but they were doing this slogan that take no out of your vocabulary, but feminists, maybe not just feminists, but a lot of people say this, they took it as a negative thing. They thought it had something to do with rape. No, it didn't. What it meant by is be more carefree, not always, that's really what it meant. They say be more carefree and take a chance, not always be, just be carefree. That's really what it was meaning. But the feminists had to turn this into, oh, they're preparation rape culture, which that's the thing. I hate that fucking word so much. There is no rape culture. But that's for another video. But, this isn't the only example. There are just many things that shouldn't be a fucking story. It's not, but it's just outrage. Everyone gets outraged over the most stupid shit, when it's not even worth getting outraged over. I mean, there is outrage for legit things, but I look at outrage like a joke, because now it just seems like everyone gets outraged over oh, you said something mildly offensive. That's another thing too. A lot of people try to use, I'm offended. Okay? That's not my fucking problem. You know, it really isn't. You know, if you're offended, that's your bad. That's really your bad. But that's besides the point. It's just why I don't get this whole outrage culture, man. It just seems like we get outraged at anything, even if it's not, or like, or everything's a controversy when it's not. You know, hold on, let me look at something. I was like watching Young Turks today, which is crazy, and they just did a video whereas Buzz did a slogan called "Ride Me All Day," and feminists got butthurt over that. They're saying, "Oh, it's perpetrating rape culture," when it wasn't. It's just a slogan. Like, come on, like really, grow a set. It's just sad to how politically correct our society has gone. You know, like how our society has gone, and it's just everything is like a fucking outrage now. Like, grow a set, man. It's 2015. Stop acting like a little bitch. You know, I have to put it bluntly like that. Yeah, like, stop acting like a bitch. You know, it's not that big a deal. You know, that's all. And now another thing. It seems like I just watched Avengers last week, and apparently Joss Whedon, he's the director, apparently people, some feminists, I'm saying feminists because it was them, he quit Twitter because he was getting shit because he wasn't apparently using Black Widow enough. Even though Black Widow, I say, had a big part in this movie. This is the thing. I'm so sick of people always saying this movie is racist. This movie is sexist. Like, it's not. I go to the movies to enjoy a movie. I don't go to the movies and look for some hidden, like, oh, is there sexism or is there racism in this? Like, if you go to the movies to look for that shit, don't go to the fucking movies then, because there are legit things to be pissed off at. This isn't. This really isn't. Like it just seems like these people like almost don't have a life. They just look for something to bitch about. Not everything is this racial, or everything sexist. Like, come on. I don't go to the movies or don't watch television if that's what you're looking for. Because then, you know what, you just can't enjoy anything. It's just these people just irritate the fuck out of me. It's just, you know, like, come on. It's bullshit. You know, that's actually one more thing I wanted to talk about. False rape accusations. This could be a video on it by itself, but I just want to say, you know, it's bullshit that this still goes on. But a lot of feminists say, well, it doesn't happen, not a common. It shouldn't happen at all. You're making, first of all, you make real rape victims look like they're lying now. This is but I've said this before, when someone says they're raped, I don't understand why you can't be a little skeptical. I'm not saying you should outright say that she's a liar, but I'm just saying, why can't I be a little skeptical? I really think the cops should take anything and be a little skeptical when a witnesses, they say like, oh, I saw a guy get murdered. The cops would probably be skeptical. They want to see if it's real, and if it's not. And I think part of the reason why false rape accusations happen, because these motherfuckers don't get fucking prosecuted. I think that's half the problem. If we start prosecuting these bitches, really, I think they will decrease, because now they know they won't get away with it. Apparently, I was talking to one of my teachers today, and he told me that some chick accused him of staring at her boobs, all because he failed her. Like, what the fuck? And she didn't even get expelled, she didn't get detention, she didn't get suspended. Like, she got no repercussions. That's such bullshit. Shit like that should be I say expulsion, because that could get a teacher fired. You know, type of thing can get a teacher fired, and we're still letting these people get away with this shit. If we as a society, we need to start prosecuting these people. I don't get why we still just, oh, this doesn't happen. And a lot of feminists say you're just victim blaming. Well, you're not blaming the victim. You're just being skeptical. What's wrong with being reasonably skeptical when cop? I mean, let's say you're a witness to a crime, and you tell the cops what you saw. The cops are gonna probably be skeptical. They're gonna want to look into it because they might think you're just wasting their time. And I believe, yeah, these bitches should start getting prosecuted. I say maybe like a couple years in jail. They have to pay back restitution to the guy, even though that won't even help because his fucking image is done. And who even knows? Sometimes the chick could have like gangster family members, and they'll just beat the shit out of you or even kill you because you were accused and they thought you did it. I don't get with rape. Why is it? It seems like when it comes to rape, it's just guilty until proven innocent now. I don't understand that. You know, and I'm not, of course rape is bad, but what I am saying is, it's just, false rape accusations need to stop. And I think the way to put a stop to it is you gotta start prosecuting these bitches. You gotta start throwing the book at them, you know? And that's really all I gotta say. It's just bullshit that this still goes on. And then it just goes unnoticed, you know? A lot of times they'll just let the guy like, oh, we're sorry. It should be more than that. That bitch should like to have to pay restitution. She should go to jail. Everything. And throw the book at her, too. I say give her like, I even say 5, as much time he served. Because that's bullshit, you know? And, yeah, guys, this is really all I gotta say. This is the first episode of Trey's Rants. I will try to do this every Wednesday. If not Wednesday, I'll probably do it Thursday. But I'm gonna try to make it every Wednesday. I want to try to make this a weekly series. But, yeah, guys, I'll probably may do another. Definitely I will do. I'll probably see you guys again for Payback, which will be Sunday. So I'll see you guys then. I'm signing off. Peace.